One thing I'll say, you probably already know, Gordon Ramsay goes vegan for steak? I feel like that's a troll, and I'm very hesitant to watch it. It's only 2 minutes. Going by what he did recently, eating the burger, I don't know if I've read any comments specifically from him about veganism, but I would guess he's not super fond of it, if not dismissive, like outright against it sort of thing. That would not surprise me at all, going by what he does for a living. Looking at the thumbnail, that doesn't look like steak. That looks a little off, right? So I think he did actually make, I mean, that'd be pretty crap, right? Vegan steak recipe, and it's not. That's below him, right? I actually used to watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay. I watched the old school Kitchen Nightmares. I think it was on Travel TV, maybe. Was it Food Network? I don't know. But the old school, like, British ones that were way toned down. Is that what it was called, Kitchen Nightmares? The one where he would go to, like, failing restaurants and then help them. And some of these people, it was very, very interesting, and it was much more toned down. Yeah, I watched that a lot, actually. Anyway, I'm intrigued, so I don't know.
Hi guys, it's Gordon. I got a confession. After 3 decades of cooking, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours behind the stove, I'm turning vegan.
Oh, it's eggplant. This is gonna be like a million different steps, isn't it? I don't think this is a troll unless he's just gonna go through all this crazy and then at the end it's like actual steak. I don't think so though. That looked like an eggplant, right? I think he's actually making a vegan steak recipe, so that's cool. But yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be a million different steps. Okay, so he charred the eggplant, toasted the spices a little bit, he's grinding them up, a whole bunch more spices. He's doing like a spice rub on the eggplant. And then is gonna roast it or saute it, olive oil.
Roast.
Okay, I think he's making like a gravy type of thing. Butter. Yes, it's vegan butter. Cool, cool. So he's basting it with that reduction he made. Now he's slicing up some mushrooms. More butter. Vegan butter. Okay, poured in the reduction, put some fresh thyme. Oh, okay, some vegan mashed potatoes on the bottom.
Vegan steak dinner, happily done. I'm turning vegan. For lunch only.
That's right, Gordon Ramsay is going vegan for lunch only. Gordon's heard the call from vegans around the world and has made his version of a vegan steak dinner, complete with all the sides. Editing this and realizing that he never even eats it, or it doesn't show him eating it, or anybody eating it, cutting into it. I mean, I don't think he even made it, right? People in the comments joke about having just like stock audio of him, saying olive oil, salt, roast, and then just asking him to film like the intro and the outro. Yeah, there's a very good chance he's never made this. He has no intention of making it. He has no intention of eating it, but like someone made it. Come on, be proud of your work. Cut into it. Let's see what that delicious, wonderful, soft eggplant looks like on the inside. I'm sure it's just like steak. And they have the actual recipe written down, so if you wanted to make this, it is quite a few steps. Oh, and he has the recipe for the mashed potatoes too, creamy roasted garlic mash. Oh, and then the charred vegetable mélange demi-glace. I actually took French in high school, so, maybe I should know that. Je m'appelle Swayze. So, it wasn't a troll. I mean, kind of with what was it called? Gordon Ramsay goes vegan for steak? ? And so obviously he's not. He just made one recipe. But still, one thing I'll say, you probably already know, where's the protein? Like, it's a beautiful high-end kind of thing, but oh my gosh, I can't imagine putting in all that effort and just for what? Like, you're not getting any protein. You're getting some calories from the oil, from the vegan butter, and from the potatoes and stuff. Some protein from the mushrooms, right? But yeah, no. This looks like a TikTok that Gordon would duet and make fun of. Oh, come on, an eggplant for a steak? Are you out of your mind, you donut? Does he call people donut? I feel like that hits harder with that accent, I think I'm not doing it justice. I'm sure it'll get a lot of clicks. I was gonna say, but people will get a vegan recipe out of it, but it's a recipe that like no one's gonna make. And then if you do, like, you're gonna be starving within 30 minutes. So Okay, GordonRamsay.com, vegan recipes. Cooking a meat and dairy-free meal doesn't mean you have to settle for anything less than delicious. Our collection of tantalizing and varied vegan recipes will have vegans and meat eaters alike coming back for more. Has he been coerced into this? It's like, come on, man, you gotta see things are changing, right? You gotta keep up. You gotta have some vegan recipes on the site. And he's like, all right, whatever. Ooh, candied chickpea snack mix. Oh my God, my kids would freaking love that. Apple, mint, spinach, lime, and cucumber juice. Wait, is that it? Is it seriously? Candy chickpea snack mix, Gordon's simple marinara at home, and a fucking juice recipe. What? Okay, now I feel trolled. This is from 2019, how Gordon Ramsay went from tricking vegetarians into eating meat. He told the vegetarian volunteer the pizza was vegetarian, but once he took a bite, Ramsay said, unfortunately, that pizza has got a lot of mozzarella and tomatoes, but underneath all that, there is Parma ham. To a table of vegetarians who had artichoke soup, I told them it was made with vegetable stock when it was chicken stock. When asked by a fan about his allergies, Ramsay immediately replied with the one-word answer, vegans. One said, in a few years when most people will stop eating corpses, you will be isolated and forgotten thanks to your allergy. I'm 100% never turning vegan. What a childish thing to say. Like, golly, man. But, I mean, I don't know if I've ever really talked about it, but yeah, I think next to, like, people who actually farm animals, it's like the foodies and the chefs who make money eating and making all the different foods. Like, the likelihood you're going to change their mind and reach them is, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Obviously, we've seen cases of farmers, dairy farmers, and now they're making vegan cheese and all that sort of stuff. It's amazing, but very unlikely, right? Once your livelihood is tied up in exploiting animals, like, yeah, good luck changing their mind. But yeah, the tricking people, man, that's, ooh. Wow. I'm not saying he's uniquely bad. I'm sure most people heard that and thought it was super funny. But anyway, 2018, apparently turning point, going to give this vegan thing a try. Yes, guys, you heard that right. A few months later, he took part in the first ever vegan Master Chef cook-off, reluctantly introduced a vegan menu specifically for January 2019 to his London restaurant Bread Street Kitchen. Oh, Lord. Okay, so that looks like it's supposed to be beef Wellington, but is that seriously just beets? One thing I want to say, like, you see this a lot with certain foodie people. They turn to, like, the vegetables, like the cauliflower turkey and all that kind of shit. And I'm sure they know how to make it tasty, whatever. But I don't know. A lot of these people claim to know all these different cuisines and eat anything and everything. And, like, you don't know mock meat? Like, seriously? Have you never eaten seitan? Like, do you not know what soy is? I don't know. It's weird, right? So that's it, I guess. I hope you enjoyed that. It was pretty weird, honestly. I learned a lot, I gotta say. I've not been familiar with the world of Gordon Ramsay in many, many years. Glad to see he's changed his tune, at least a little bit, even if it is at, like, the behest of people who work with him or whatever. It's good to see, I guess. But yeah, certainly if you are changing to a vegan diet, don't turn to eggplant and carrot and beet as meat substitutes. You will be very hungry. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like the video, subscribe, click the bell, but you got to make sure you have notifications on. It's a whole thing. It's a whole super fun thing. You have to confirm with YouTube that you have agreed to be notified by them. So you could click the bell and then not actually get notifications. It's like it's a two-step process. Patreon.com/unnaturalvegan, and I will have a new video very soon. I'm gonna record one right now. You might have noticed since the last video, I've rearranged some of the flowers, in particular this one, this pink boy that was right here, and this blue one that was right there somewhere. They've pretty much switched because the pink one has a lot of little different sized black things to look like the pollen, the what do you call it? I got messages from 3 different people saying it triggered their trypophobia, which is a fear of like dots close together, like that look like kind of holes, I think. Yeah, and so that's what that looks like, I guess. So that one, I moved another little one that was up there somewhere, I think. But I think it was that one in particular, which was like right there. So like you couldn't really avoid looking at it. Yeah, I feel like a closeness, like kindred spirits with that sort of thing. It's not a mental illness. What would you call it? Just a weird little phobia thing. Like with my misophonia, what's it called? The hearing thing, like ASMR, any certain whispering, certain sounds, just, oh, I can't handle it. Don't like it. Yuck. I mean, there's some people to the point where they get nauseous, that sort of thing. I don't have it that bad, but I don't like it. So yeah, I feel like we're kindred spirits. It's the same sort of just weird thing that makes no sense. What is that, But yeah, few of you, again, 3 of you contacted me. So we moved the flowers. It wasn't a big deal at all. I mean, I made partner do it, but it only took a few minutes, so it wasn't a big deal. And while we were doing it, looking at it, it's like, oh, I get it. Because I get, I don't like the frogs. You know what I'm talking about? The frogs where the babies come out of the holes and they've just got all these, oh, it's horrible. So like, I get it. I get that sort of thing, but it doesn't make me like queasy or anything. It's almost, it's more of like a, oh my God, it's so horrible, but like I keep looking, it's like, you can't stop looking, but also, oh, it's so nasty. Like popping pimples. It's like, oh, it's disgusting, but like, I gotta watch, that sort of thing. But yeah, looking at the flower when we were moving them, was like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, it's kind of gross. Yeah. We were going to just like paint the dots. And the partner was like, what if we just like paint them white? I was like, yeah, I don't know. I guess that would be fine, right? Because it's the dark, right? It like looking more like holes, right? It's not just dots, right? I think. But anyway, problem solved. Crisis averted. Hopefully.